Yes, people, welcome back to my channel. I just felt like I had to come live and talk to somebody because I still can't get over last night's defeat. I haven't really had a chance to talk about it. I didn't do a match review on my channel, but hopefully I could talk with you about it with you guys. I was on AFT. I can't even speak, mate. I was on AFTV Aftermath show last night, of course, with Charlene, and I had a lot of interactions with the comments there on AFTV's YouTube channel. And I think I was the only person that, came for Aubameyang's neck. I don't feel like anyone's giving him critique yet. Maybe it's too soon. Maybe they're going to wait another few months before he doesn't score any goals and keep blaming it on the lack of creativity. Whatever reason, they're going to keep making excuses. But it's got to the point now where this is, in my opinion, as long as I've been alive, was been an Arsenal fan, one of the worst starts to the Premier League. 10 points, 13 points, sorry, in 10 games. Ridiculous. Hello, Musin. Hi, Freddie. Hi, Ben. How you all doing? I mean, I don't know where to start. I want to do some player ratings. But before I get into that, I just want to know what you lot thought of the game and where do you think what's going wrong? Of course, we've got the midfield that isn't the midfield we want at the moment. We can't really blame Arteta or anyone when we've got a midfield of Xhaka, Willock, and Tobias, because that's not anyone's selected free at the moment. No one's creating there. No one's doing well in that midfield, in my opinion. So we can't really blame anyone for that performance. But you're all players at Arsenal Football Club. You should be at some type of standard. Do you understand? So everyone else is pulling their weight in the league. Everyone's pulling their weight, in my opinion. Freddie says we need a new right back. I mean, yeah, we've been saying that for a little while now, haven't we? Let's get into the player ratings because I just don't even know where to start. I don't want to start ranting. But what's Ben saying? Aubameyang was a shambles. People saying there's no creativity, but he did have some good chances. This is exactly my point, Ben. I'm sick of that excuse now because normally when I hear, Aubameyang's not getting the service, no one's creating, no one's giving balls through to him, I can understand that. But yesterday he had about 5 or 6 chances, 2 with his feet, about 3 with his head that he should have put away. He didn't go in for the header. He wasn't really going in for many chances. And for me, that's not the Aubameyang that I know. I feel like he's been cloned. That's probably why he's changed his Instagram name, because who is this guy? That's not Pierre Emerick Aubameyang. That's not the guy that was scoring bare goals last season. That's not the guy that wanted to win the Golden Boot so badly last season that he tried to score 3 goals in one game against Watford, but only come off scoring 2. Where's that Aubameyang gone? Where's that guy that skinned out Zuma in the FA Cup final and scored some Thierry Henry type of goals? Where's that Aubameyang gone? Where's that fight? Where's that drive gone? I'm sick and tired of hearing this excuse about there's no creativity. There was chances there for him on the plate and he didn't want to eat it. He said he's not hungry. Apologies, you know what it's like working from home already. I don't understand how so many of these players think they have the right to wear the shirt. Aubameyang, I love the guy, but he was so dead yesterday. At least 10 players need to be sold. Musin, name them. Who are the 10 players? Because it looks like we need a whole... Oh, what? Is everyone live at the same time? Yeah, I didn't even know. So, you can't disturb me because I've got some ranting to do. I've got some serious ranting to do. Sorry, guys, 1 second. He's lost his passion to play, but why? Why has he lost his passion? Where's the passion gone? People saying he had nothing, but he should have scored at least 3. 100% should have scored 3. Banter aside, maybe the Ozil situation is affecting the whole team. I've said this a lot of times online already. I believe that's one of the main issues. That's going to cause a rift in the team spirit, because that's a popular player that's popular amongst, may not be popular amongst the fans, but he's popular along the guys in the changing rooms. You know that they're all friends outside of football. So the fact that he's been isolated, even though like self-isolation is done now, just I think that's going to cause a rift in the chemistry. Only players I'm keeping is Martinelli, Tierney, Gabriel, Smith Rowe, Saka, and Leno. Sell everyone else. All right, cool. Let's get into the player ratings. What? Who's live? DT and Turkish at the same time? That's mad. I should have just jumped on their channel. Okay, let's start with Leno in goal. To be honest with you, I'm giving him a 3 for wearing an away kit. I'm joking. For him wearing the away kit alone gives him a 3. But in all honesty, his performance wasn't good enough for me. There were so many chances. Even Fabio Silva could have scored an open goal chance because Leno was all the way over there. I just think I would have to give him a 4 out of 10 The first goal, they were all easily avoidable goals. They were all easily avoidable goals. Yeah, I've given him a 4 as well. What do you mean he had nothing to do? What do you mean he had nothing to do? Of course he had something to do. The second goal was just embarrassing. Yeah, I give him a 4 out of 10. The first goal was bad. Second goal was even worse. Defensively, it wasn't that great anyway, but I just think Leno, I'm sick and tired of him volleyballing the ball out of play where he should be catching it. He should be catching it. He did his best to, you know, kick the ball out, but you're always kicking or punching the ball back out into play, putting yourself in the danger zone. Putting yourself in the absolute danger zone. 4. Right. Who was on my guys giving ratings for Mustafi and Kalasta? They were, I don't know what match you played. What? Oh, these are the players you want gone. Okay, sorry. He wants Mustafi gone, Kolasinac, Cedric, Bellerin, Xhaka, Holding, Lacazette, Eddie, Guendouzi, and Willian. Lacazette, after you was getting on to me for getting on to Lacazette. Muslim, you've changed. Right. Bellerin. Wait, did Bellerin play? Oh yeah, of course he did. He tried to get into a fight with someone, with Martinho or something. Look, I don't even remember him playing. Bellerin, 4 out of 10. You name me one good thing Bellerin did, because I don't even remember him being on the pitch. You tell me one good thing that Bellerin did. I'm waiting. There's nothing. No one's got anything. No one has anything. Bellerin has the same amount of foul throws as Aubameyang has goals for Arsenal this season. I think he's got more foul throws than goals, to be honest with you. Oh, well, I'm being generous because you lot are saying 1s and 2s. 4, yeah, 4 is too high. If I'm giving Leno a 4, I can't really give Bellerin a 4, can I? 1s and 2s for Bellerin. That says a lot. How are we giving our right back a 1 out of 10? That just says it all about our performance. That just says it all. Walk off the pitch. It was a great Wolves performance. It was. You want something Bellerin. You want something that Bellerin did good. Ask Ty. Ty will definitely find a positive. Yeah, 1. I'm gonna go with you guys. Just saying 1 and 2s out of 10 for Bellerin. Boy, that is absolutely peak. David Luiz. I still don't understand. Yeah. Let me tell you what Arteta said about David Luiz. I swear I had it up here one moment. Here is what Arteta said about David Luiz's injury, because at that point in the game, when David Luiz injured himself, get well soon, Raul Jimenez, by the way, I just expected him to just come off. Right. So Arteta was asked if the David Luiz incident affected the other players. And he said it was a really tense situation because the collision was surprising, and straight away you could see the reaction of the players asking for the doctor to come on the field, which is never a good reaction. Then I had news from David. You had news from David, okay? So David talked. So this is what annoys me. I had news from David that the doctor made all the tests and followed all the protocols to make sure that he is fine. Shouldn't the doctors be telling you that? Not David. David, sorry. Obviously, David wants to play. He's a like, to me, he's like a leader type, captain type of player. He wants to carry on playing. He wants to win the game. So obviously he's going to run over to you or whatever and say, yeah, they've done the checks. I'm fine. How can you rely on that information? The man just knocked his head. He was out for about 35 seconds. You can't trust what he says. Sorry. You should be relying on the doctor's information, not what hearsay from what David's telling you. Then he said David responded really well to all of them, but it was a nasty cut. He wanted to continue and he continued. So David's the boss now. So he wants to continue, so he continues. It's for you to say you can't continue. I don't think you should. You've just had a concussion. It's for you to say, not for David. It says David wanted to continue and he continued. So is there a boss? Is there a manager? Or is there anyone in control here? Because David wants to continue and he continues. David wants to be the boss. He's the boss. Then it says, but at halftime, we decided to take him out because he was uncomfortable heading the ball. That's a lie, because straight after the incident, David was still going in for headers, and I was so shocked. Like this, it's like, does this guy not feel pain? Obviously, it must be the adrenaline that's on him, because how do you just continue like that and still be brave enough to jump up for headers and so forth? He continued to say, we decided to take him out because he was uncomfortable heading the ball. And then he obviously said, Raul, I'm really concerned and worried and want to send him our best wishes for him and his family because it looked really nasty and hopefully he can make a good recovery. That I can agree with. But the 45 minutes that David Luiz played, he done all right for someone that knocked his head in, except for that stupid free kick that he skied over the bar. But I could give him a 3 out of 10. I don't know. I can't really give him a fair assessment on a half injured, half concussed, half game played player. So moving on to Gabriel. Do I give him a 5 or do I give him a 6? I'll probably give him a 6 out of 10. Obviously, first home goal of the season, first home goal of his career. He gets his goal. Beautiful header as well. Still shocked that players were still going in for the headers after the incident. But, you know, the game's the game. Do what you got to do. And it was a good goal from him. The thing is, though, defensively, he made a few errors, especially in the lead up to the second goal. He tried to... Was it the second goal? Both goals, sorry. He tried to... So the first goal, he tried to save it off the line. Didn't quite happen. Didn't even touch it, to be honest with you. The second goal, Podence chipped the ball over him. He tried to go in for the slide tackle. Didn't work. You know, the ball got chipped over him, which is, it's not his fault. He tried his best. But to be honest with you, 6 out of 10. That's very generous because I'm not expecting to give anyone over a 5 today. So Gabriel, Freddie, Gabriel gets a 6. I think that's, am I too generous? He deserves it. He got the goal because we ain't got any forwards that can score goals, to be honest with you. We haven't got any forwards that can do it. Ben's giving Gabriel a 7. Sofian's giving David Luiz a 5, considering he's got a concussion. He played all right. What did I say? A 3? 5 is generous, Sofian, man. If you supported Arsenal, you wouldn't be saying that, if I'm honest with you. How did Wolves not get a penalty at 2-1 up when the replay clearly shows he was fouled? Who was fouled? Who was fouled? I don't remember no one getting fouled. Luis should have gone off earlier. Might have cost us the game, keeping him on in that state. Looks nowhere near it since the collision. Here comes Marlon. Not everyone could be 2-1 down and win. You was 2-0 down, actually, but well done to you. That guy was bleeding and still played. He's crazy. Man just became a father the other day and he's risking it all. I mean, that's how you know he's playing for the badge, boy, but still. Sometimes look after your health. Like, we get it. You want to play for the badge, but don't risk your life. Head injuries are serious, man. You're right, Pippa. The medics should be on top of all these emergencies. Yeah, definitely. Cavani is better than Aubameyang. Yep, on paper. And honestly, at the moment, I can agree with that. To be honest with you, everyone's better than Aubameyang right now. Callum Wilson. Patrick Bamford. Who else? Should I continue? Danny Ings. Right now, these players are better than Aubameyang because they show up. They score goals. They've got goals. Luis gets a 5 and Gabriel gets a 6. Okay. The fans are protecting Oba. Yeah, and that's expected because obviously he was our player of the... Did he get given player of the season? He must have done. I actually don't remember who got player of the season last year. It's got to be Aubameyang. But he's the people's person. He's the player that gets the fans excited. You know, he's the best player on the pitch most time. So I can understand why at this very moment in time, fans are still protecting Aubameyang. But if this carries on into the new year, I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Right. Kieran Tierney. What are we giving Kieran Tierney, man? Honestly, one of my favorite players, but no one stepped up for me. I'm going to give him a 5 because I feel like everyone else after this is going to get low points. He tried to get the ball forward. He done well defensively, but Adama Traore was ripping him to pieces at one point. No, Neto, sorry. And then even second half, Adama was ripping Rob Holding to pieces, which I'll get onto as well. We'll give Rob Holding or something. You're giving him a -5. Who are you giving a -5 to? To be honest, Tierney got ripped to shreds a couple of times, but he still was one of the most positive players on the pitch. So I'll give him a 4 out of 10, but I'm not impressed with this whole setup. I know we've got injuries. I know we've got match bans. I get it, but the players that we have should be able to put in some type of performance. They have to. 5 losses now. It's ridiculous. What did I just see there? Tierney 4, didn't even realize he was playing. Same thing with Bellerin. I forgot these players were even on the pitch. I mean, I'm having to think who was even the starting 11. Right, Xhaka. Xhaka. You lot are probably going to say 0. I'm going to be nice and say 2. I don't remember anything that he did well in the game, if I'm honest with you. I don't remember anything that he done well. I don't remember anything. The whole midfield gets a 2 out of 10. Xhaka, Willock, and Tobias, they all get 2s out of 10. Do you mind? Okay, come. I'll do it for you. Don't do this to me right now. They all get 2s out of 10. One moment. And then now the latest news. Thomas Partey's going to be out until January. End of January, apparently. That's the news that's come in this morning. I'm sure you guys would have seen that. Sorry. Oh, wow. I said 2. You're saying Jackie gets a 1. Mateo Guendouzi saying Xhaka's got a 3. I think that's because they're mates. He's just being polite. Wow, Xhaka 0. Am I being too polite by saying 2? I'm giving the whole midfielder 2, you know. I'm giving the whole midfielder 2. 2s across the board. 2, 2, 2. They're all getting 2s out of 10. Yeah. 2 out of 10. Yeah, let me confirm that to you, Sofian, because I'm sure I woke up to that news. Let's see what was said in the interview. So on the importance of Thomas Partey, Arteta says, I don't know. I don't think he will be with us in the next few games, but still, we've been missing a lot of players. We have many different issues, but I don't like to use that as an excuse. At the end of the day, we are always really close to winning football matches and have ended up losing them in the last few games. And this is only in our hands with the players that we have. It's what we have to do. We cannot change that. It is in our hands. And then the journalist asked, is Partey out for the next few games? And he said, yes. And I saw a tweet this morning that said he's out till January. January. It sounds far, but it's literally like 2 months away. But 2 months is long. 2 months is long. November's been a long month. November, we scored 2 goals now. November's been a long month. I can't wait till January for Partey to come back. He's not the answer, by the way. He's part of the answer, but he's not the full-on answer. He's not going to save this midfield. But at least it was a step in the right direction. You never saw that. Let me look for the tweet. I can't remember who tweeted it, but it came up as a notification. So it must have been a proper verified account because that's who I have notifications for. Let me look for it because you lot are making me feel like I was daydreaming this morning. Who would have tweeted that? I might have even retweeted it. Hold on a minute. Let me look for it. Did I retweet it? I don't know. I didn't retweet it, which was silly of me. I should have done. Guys, I promise you I saw a notification about Thomas Partey out till January. And obviously he said it there in the post-match that, you know, Thomas Partey, who has had an impeccable fitness record right throughout his career, gets injured here, missing a number of key games. Same with Pablo Mari. Sometimes I just think Arsenal Football Club is cursed. That's a tweet from an Arsenal fan account. AFTV tweeted Thomas Partey will not return until the new year due to injury. And they got that source from at Darren Arsenal 1. I think that's the tweet that I saw. I will show you. I'll show you if you don't believe me. I will show you. Bear with me. Look. There's the tweet. That is the tweet I saw. What are you guys saying? Xhaka 2, this midfield couldn't pass the GCSE test if they tried. Baby cried when he heard about Xhaka. That was my fault as well. I've got no words about yesterday. I couldn't sleep. This is not the Premier League season for Arsenal. We're done. We're not beating Tottenham next week unless there is a miracle, literally. Arsenal is cursed. Partey rarely missed a game due to an injury before he joined Arsenal. That's mad, Prince. I just said that from someone's tweet as well. The problems keep coming in thick and fast. When we see with our eye on the match versus Wolves, half of this squad need to sell in transfer window, just like what Klopp did at Liverpool. Yeah, but when did Klopp do that? Did he do that in his first? Did he do that after the first transfer window? We at the same time, we still got to give Arteta time, but it's so infuriating. It's so because it's just like it's getting worse and worse and worse. And there's been a lot of people bantering Arsenal, rightly so, on social media. And I've seen a lot of responses from Liverpool fans saying, "Oh, we went through this after Rafa Benitez left, but now we're enjoying." And like, Liverpool fans were like, "Keep the faith, like just trust the process, whatever it is, whether it's Arteta, whether it's someone else after whatever it is, you got to trust this couple of years process, which is going to be a long few years, boy, because it's not going to happen in 2 transfer windows. I can guarantee you, it's not." Partey out till January. Don't make me slap myself. We're done. We're done. We're finished. We're finished. We don't even have him for the North London derby. What other big games we got coming up? I need to bring up the fixture list because we're done for, man. Pippa, you remember in Wenger's time the phrase that was used, Black November? Could it be resurfacing? Yeah, because it's always November, October, November. This time of year, we just always just December. I feel like December's the worst month. Could this December be worse than any of the other ones? Do you remember Boxing Day? Southampton 4-0. That's the one that springs to mind. That's the one that springs to mind every time I think about December and Arsenal. Boxing Day is never a good day. Never. 4-0 to Southampton. I think that was like 2016 or something. Or 15. Can it get worse? Can it get worse? I believe you, but it's just a surprise. Went from 2 weeks to 2 months. Yeah, I'm telling you. Because apparently he was meant to be due back for this Wolverhampton game. So now what's happened? How did it go from being due back this Sunday or Sunday just gone to now January? What is wrong with us, Pippa? Is it that we are not creating enough chances? Is it it is frustrating. There is good players in that squad, but we are just not creating enough chances. It is relegation form. Partey missed 6 games in total at Atletico Madrid. How many has he missed already? Bare. It feels like 10. Obviously, he didn't play the Man City game when he first joined. There was a couple games he hasn't played actually, and now Wolves, Leeds. What game was it that he got injured actually? This club will not kill me. Oh, let's pray. Klopp kept their deadwood in their first season, but got top 4. The comparisons are quite embarrassing. Yeah, we can't really compare because even with the players he got rid of, he still got top 4 with them. The Sturridges, the flipping Klein. Wait, did Klein play that much actually? I don't remember. Who was that team again? He still got top 4. You can't say give him time when we're 14 after 10 games. He's just got to move on. So what, you lot want him out? I haven't even finished my player ratings. Where was I? All right, cool. Who was on the right-hand side? Willian. Do you know what? I think Willian did okay. Although no one did well to me, he was one of the positive players only because the goal came from his assist. I like the corners that he took. You know, he takes good set pieces, good corners. So for that reason, I have to give him a 5 out of 10 because... oh, you thought I was going to say 7 or something, right? No. He gets a 5 out of 10 because I have to admit, for the time that he was on the pitch, he was one of the most positive players that was creating chances, getting the balls in the box. I don't think anyone agreed because the viewers dropped after I said that word. But it is what it is. I think I'll give him a 5 out of 10. I'll read a couple of more comments before I read what you say about Willian. If Brighton and Palace win next week, we'll be 16th. Relegation battle, bring it on. Boy, from this performance, you could tell that players are disinterested in playing for Arteta. Where Arsenal, no reason we should be giving a manager time to get it right. We've been down for too long. Xhaka has a master degree in back passing. Someone said yesterday, yeah, that if Xhaka was one-on-one with the keeper, he would still pass back. That rattled me because why can I just envision that? Why can I just envision that? Xhaka is a CDM. He's not good enough. He's not going to be creative. Stop using him as a scapegoat and blame the manager and most of the other players. The guy with the PhD in passing is being villainized, sadly. Ozil? Oh, wow. Willian's giving, and Freddie's giving Willian a 7. Oh, that's the players. Yes, Benteke. Origi was there, still there. Emerick Can. Oh, yeah. Marino Mignolet. Matip. Lucas Leiva. I like Lucas Leiva, but he was kind of dead food, but still. But yeah, even with those players, they still managed to get top 4. So we can't really compare because where are we? 14th. We're wearing the Aubameyang shirt number in the flipping table. Willian, you lot are giving him a 7 because of the assist. I'll still give him a 5. I'm not going to let you push me. I'll still give him a 5. Willian should have stayed on. So what do you think of Reece then? Especially you, Ryan, because I see you've got Reece as your display picture. Willian gets a 5. He played quite well for his standards. That's just rude. To be fair to Willian, he wasn't bad today. I mean, yesterday? Where are you in the world? Do you mean yesterday? Thought it was harsh for him to come off when others should have been long gone beforehand. Yeah, I think Aubameyang... Who agrees with me? Who thinks Aubameyang should have been subbed off? I don't understand. Why was Aubameyang not subbed off? Why? Will he ever be? One moment. You can tell I'm frustrated. I'm just talking bare fast. I told you Haters William was going to show up. I mean, he got an assist. Well done. Honestly, Pippa, there's no signs of improvement. Only signs of us getting worse. He just needs to go because it ain't getting any better. When will it get? So Raya's giving Arteta until January. So is that obviously after the transfer window? I don't know. I don't know if you've been following Arsenal for a while, how long you've been an Arsenal fan, but we don't get more than 2 signings, if that, in a January transfer window. And it's going to take more than 2 signings to back your manager. If you're giving him till January, yeah, and we only get 1 player, and realistically, who would that player even be? If we only get 1 player in and get rid of 3, which could be a step in the right direction, I don't know. Who could that realistic player be? Who give Willian a 10? Am I buzzing? Are you someone buzzing? Willian 10. Xhaka is not a DM. He doesn't protect the defense. He's a centre mid who likes playing backwards. That don't even make sense. Clinty, I hear what you're saying, but just reading it out, it doesn't even make sense. Your position don't even make sense. Oh yeah, Villa. Oh yeah. No Partey. That midfield will be wide open. You think Sabias is going to be bought? Hell no. He's not worth my left shoe. Muslim, you're actually rude. Reece Nelson is so bad. Bang average player. Bowen is clear. Jared Bowen is actually a sick player. But why you always got to compare West Ham right now? We're not doing that. We're talking about the Arsenal players that are struggling to get results against Wolves and Leeds and Villa and all them teams. I know it's making me cry too. I'm sad too. I'm always going to back Arteta. It's far too early to get rid of him. It will take time, but we just need to start performing well. It's easier, yeah, to back the manager. So, like, obviously, when you asked me at the beginning of the season, it wasn't it wasn't the manager that I wanted to get in, right? But he done well in his first couple of months. We was all gassing him. Oh, he's won more than Ole. We was gassing him. Cool. Now it's becoming frustrating. It's a lot easier to back a manager and give him 3-4 transfer windows when they're winning games or not losing games ridiculously bad. So if we drew against Wolves, cool, it's not a win. But if we put in a good performance and drew, it's not going to be this Arteta out brigade so early. If we got a goal, at least I showed some type of creativity against Leeds, it would be a change of narrative as well. Do you understand? But when the players are not performing well under this manager, it's hard to give him more time. It's hard to give any manager more time. But hopefully things improve because I want him to have a couple more windows because I think he could do something good with his team. But at the moment, I don't even know if I can believe that anymore. Reece Nelson's delivery is consistently poor, but he takes everything when he's on the pitch. He takes everything when he's on the pitch. What do you mean? They should drop Aubameyang at the moment. The fault Arteta did when Lacazette in form at opening, Arteta dropped him. Yeah, that one I will never understand. He should have kept Lacazette playing when Lacazette was in form. We started the season so well. When Aubameyang go then. When Aubameyang out of form, not scored since Fulham match, Arteta still played him in a starting lineup. Wait, hold on. When Aubameyang was out of form and hadn't scored since Fulham, Arteta still played him in starting. Exactly. Aubameyang will never lose his place, and that's what's very annoying to me. Why I wouldn't try? Why would I try then? I could just show up and I know I'm starting. I'm getting an armband and all. Like, I don't need to try. Aubameyang should be dropped and play Balogun. Wow, wasn't expecting that one. Take no prisoners, and no one has a safe place in the team. That's the type of manager I would be. But then all the players will start hating me if I started being ruthless like that, and then I might not even get nothing out of them. Reece should have started, and Saka should have been rested. I was calling Willian the Brazilian Francis Jeffers yesterday, but he did okay. I think I saw that as well. He should have scored twice, only stayed to secure the bag. Definitely talking about Aubameyang there. Reece Nelson's delivery is worse than Yodel. Oh my days. Thank God I haven't had a parcel for them in a long time because I've had problems with that company before. I think almost everyone has. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Love you too, man. Giroud is so clear of Oba. Right now, Sophia, I'm just thinking of any players to compare to Arsenal players right now. Anyone you mention, you could name someone from Fulham and they're probably better than an Arsenal player right now. Fulham's right back's probably better than our right back. No, actually, I'm pushing it. Pushing it. No way have we seen who we've got leading into January. Tottenham, Chelsea, City. Can I tell you something? Yeah. So before the international break, we looked at what games we had next, right? And we was like, oh, we've got Leeds, Wolves, Tottenham, and oh no, we've got Villa, Leeds, Wolves, and Tottenham. I don't have sweet. Sorry, don't disturb me. I'm in my flow. I don't have sweet. Okay, so take that and leave, or take it or leave it. Thank you very much. So we was. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, give me my phone. So we was sorry about this, guys. Yeah, right. So before international break, we was looking at our fixtures ahead in the Premier League. We saw Villa, Leeds, Wolves, and Spurs. And on the aftermath show, I was asked, how many points do you think we will get at that? And I said 1. We haven't even got that. And people were saying, oh, you're being silly, you're being disrespectful to Arsenal. From what I saw, even from the United game, I didn't see anything good. Yeah, we got the goal from a penalty, but I didn't see a good Arsenal team performance. I didn't see no fluidity. I didn't see no creativity. I didn't even see, what's the word? Like the team didn't even look like they're in sync with each other. So I said we'll get 1 point out of all those games. I would only be right if we get a draw against Spurs next weekend, which I doubt. But then now we look at those next games, December. I told you December's always our worst month. This is going to be the worst Christmas period you've ever experienced, Arsenal fans. It's going to be the worst. Tottenham, Chelsea, City. There's no points coming from those games. And I wish I was wrong. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. We ain't got no party. Our centre backs are just... I haven't even finished my player ratings. Before I start rambling on, who was the next player? Who was on the left-hand side? Saka. What are we giving Saka out of 10? To me, he was another positive player. He was getting the crosses into Aubameyang at once, just putting it away. He did all right. But another 5 out of 10 for me. Fast, strong, a couple sloppy passes that really annoyed me. But I think he's a player that should have been rested. But at the same time, I'm happy he played. He's a player that we didn't think was going to come in because we was questioning whether his injury was, if he's back to full strength, right? He came on, decent performance, 5 out of 10 for me. Next player before we start talking, because I want to get the player ratings out of the way so we can just start talking about what the hell is going wrong at this club, yeah? Next player, centre forward, down the middle. We've been asking for him down the middle. Can you stop throwing balloons, please? Down the middle, Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang, or he likes to be called now, Oba. Just Oba. Just Oba. Now, this player, the guy that I love, one of my favourite Arsenal players of the last few seasons, gets a strong 1 out of 10 for me. I never, ever thought I would do a player ratings and give Aubameyang a 1 out of 10. How is that even possible? How is it possible? I never thought I'd give Aubameyang a 1 out of 10, but what I saw yesterday was so disheartening. He didn't look like he gave a damn. And it's a completely different player to what we saw last season. It's a completely different player. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments, sorry, before I start rambling on. Where am I? Okay, let me start reading because I'm far behind. Arteta needs to start 1 striker and 4 wingers to save his career. Okay, wing backs maybe. I'm losing patience with Xhaka. Well, you've got a long patience threshold because a lot of fans lost it under Emery. Get Szoboszlai in January. Reece Nelson can't even cross a crossing. Oh my days. West Ham should be worse than Arsenal. I have to be honest. We were in a relegation battle last season, and Moyes is a quality man. Listen, Sofian, stop this West Ham stop it. Just stop. So according to Mikel, Rob is a better defender than Saliba. Give Saliba a chance. We're going to get onto that as well. Because let's get onto it now. Yeah, because I haven't even given Rob Holdings or who else came on or Reece Nelson's player ratings yet. I haven't even given those player ratings yet. But how on earth is Saliba not getting a chance? Look at Fofana, his centre-back partner. Can you stop? His old centre-back partner smashing it at Leicester. Surely he must be a decent enough centre-back to to partner with Fofana, because what we've seen from Fofana has been quality. I mean, he's had a few hard stints, but more so, he's been very good as a centre half. Wow. How is Saliba not getting a chance? Not even making the bench. We see him play in what do you call it? The under-23s game. We only saw a little snippet. I think Arsenal did that on purpose to show Arsenal Academy Instagram. Did that on purpose to show his best 35 seconds. Or did he have a good whole game? We don't know. We only saw about a 35-second clip of him carrying the ball, moving the ball forward quickly. And he done really well. But how on earth does he get in? How does he not get into a first team performance? Arteta should demand more from his players. They can do better. Pippa, tell Aubameyang to sign the thing. We did. I don't know what happened. People say take time, but there ain't no time to be wasted. If we give him too much time, we could genuinely go down. I mean, you're going to be so shocked. I mean, I'm already foreseeing it, and I don't even know if I can watch the next couple of Premier League games against Tottenham, Chelsea, City, because if we don't win those games, which doesn't even look promising right now, and teams like Crystal Palace win their matches, and who else is down there? Just the teams that are around us, 15th where we are, the second page of the table when they show it on Sky Sports. If they win their games, where do you think we're going to be sitting? 18th. I haven't worked it out, but we're most likely going to be sitting 18th or something. If we lose those 3 games and the likes of Crystal Palace and them win their games, we're going to be in the relegation zone. And it's not even banter. That's actually scary to think about. Arsenal are in absolute shambles. This is becoming embarrassing right now. Why are you, man, literally hyping up for Teta anyway? You, man, literally were getting freaky over him when he lost more games than Greasy Vampire. Okay. Sorry to say, but the stingy, tight Arsenal board are totally at fault for going for the cheap option of Arteta as boss. We're also still seeing cheapo deals like Pensioner Willian. Oh, wow, everyone's ruthless this lunchtime. It's a Monday lunchtime, guys. Arteta has a lot of managerial skills. Players are not passionate. That's it. Lack of mentality and leadership. So what's your thoughts on Aubameyang as captain then? Because as far as I'm aware, what I've seen from Aubameyang, he's a no bullshit type of person. He don't show it on the pitch, but I've seen him. I'm just going off like his Instagram lives and his personality. He looks like someone that speaks up and says things. But somehow I don't see that leadership on the pitch. Like, you're 2-1 down. I'm not seeing him rally up the players and say, like, let's get back in. I'm not seeing that passion. I'm not seeing it from the captain. That's what I want to see. I want to see him be like, listen, guys, come on. Start sparking up the defense, like talking to the midfield, like bring the ball forward, play me here. And I'm just not seeing it. And I want to see that from my captain. So what's your thoughts on the captaincy of Arsenal right now? No. All right, here you go. Apologies, man. Arsenal's making everyone cry right now. Honestly. Anyone that's new to my channel, you're probably thinking what the hell's going on, but you lot are like regular, just know that this is the program on a Monday. Waiting is going to be hard, but the darkest time of the night is always before the break of morning. Back Arteta, but invest too. What a positive way to put things. But yeah, I want to be patient and wait, but I feel like I've waited long enough. But then at the same time, it's like, why can't I wait a little bit longer? We've waited so many years. But it's getting worse. 14th. Those 3, if we get 3 losses against Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham, it's going to be peak. Why give Arteta time? He's doing worse than Emerick at this point in the season, but fans wanted Emerick out. So true. So what? We've won, we've lost 5 in our 8 games so far. And Arteta's record was way better than, Emery's record was way better than that. I'm very concerned and worried about the North London derby next weekend because Arsenal are an absolute mess. I might not even watch it. Like, I'm obviously going to have it on, but like, I might not even be able to just sit down still and watch it. Honestly, we cannot keep a clueless manager that continuously plays people off form and keeps on starting the wrong lineup. We can't really get onto him for the lineup because he's using the players that he has available and that are registered to play in the league because certain players aren't registered, Okay. And so we can't really blame him for that. We've got injured players. We've got El Neni that's COVID off. We've got Pepe that's match ban. So he's using what he has, but at the same time, There's a lot of players that are not in form, but okay, cool. If he drops off Aubameyang, who's not in form, who does he bring on? Nketiah, that also had a bad performance in his last game. Does he bring in Nketiah? Or does he bring in Balogun, who hasn't got no Premier League experience? Like, what do you do in this instance? What do you do? We need options for number 7. We need to drop Saka because you can't overplay someone like him, yeah. If we sack Arteta, who is going to do a better job with the given resources? Kroenke is a problem, not whichever manager has been in charge in the last 4 years. Yeah, Arteta is incredibly brave to step into this role because I don't know who gassed him in the meetings and the negotiations that led him to believe that he would be the man, not just him, for anyone to step into, because Arsenal were in a crisis before Arteta walked in, as we know. And I don't know what they said to him to lead him to believe that he could do this with no real managerial experience, you know, being a number 2 to Pep. And I don't know what they said to convince him or what promises they gave him, like, I'm going to give you these players, this funds, because I just feel like no matter what, nothing's going to change no matter which manager it is. It could be any manager. It's all at the top, man. Spurs, Burnley, Southampton, Everton, Chelsea. If he loses 2 games, I'm not backing this guy. If he loses 2 out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if he loses 2 out of those 5 games, you're not backing him. Well, just looking at that, I don't see any wins, you know, which is painful to say. I don't see a win against Spurs, but somehow we always turn up in a North London derby, yeah, even though we lost the last one. Lacazette scored a screamer though, but like we turn up for North London derbies, but why is that? Why can't you turn up to every single game? And I don't think we've got the players in our squad that knows what it means to turn up to a North London derby. Like Bellerin knows what it means, I guess, because he's been there long enough. But who else really knows? Aubameyang, I guess. Tierney's just up for it anyway. But who else really knows like how to step up for a game like that? Who else really knows what it means to the fans? Who's been there long enough to know what it actually means to the fans? Arteta can obviously school them and to give them the history and all that stuff. But like Burnley, I mean, on paper, we should be winning that game. But hold on, where are they? Where's Burnley in the league? Let me see something quickly before I start saying on paper we should beat them. Because if I look at the table right now, Burnley, oh, they're in 18th. All right, fair enough. On paper, we should beat them. But like I was saying, if Newcastle, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Brighton win their next 2 out of 5 games or 3 out of 5 games and we don't, we could be looking at the bottom 3 for December, for the month of December. And then if we do end up in that situation in December, how do we dig ourselves out of that hole for the new year, going into the transfer window? How do we dig ourselves out of that hole? How do we get back up? Where would we end up finishing? It's just a joke, man. Spurs will finish. Wait, what's it say? Spurs will actually have you on toast. Mourinho, the Finnish manager, might smash you. Thanks for that, man. We really needed that type of comment, Sophia, and I really appreciate that, man. We have Everton, Southampton, Chelsea, Spurs, City, and Cup. Oh yeah, I forgot the Cup. I forgot because remember, who did we beat again? Was it Sheffield? Guys, who did we beat in the Cup again? And it was all gas, thinking, oh, we made it through. Yeah, we got City in December. We ain't got to worry about that now. December. Wow, disrespect. We was thinking, yeah, we've got this in the bag. December's come around quick. December has come around quick. No, we beat Liverpool. How can I forget? No, we didn't. Yeah, we beat Liverpool on penalties. My memory is all over the place. We beat Liverpool on penalties, right? Carabao Cup we're talking about, right? I remember we were so gassed because no one expected to win that game because obviously they beat us earlier in that same week in the Premier League. And then we was all like, yeah, Man City in December, calm, light work. It's not. We're getting kicked out of that cup, bruh. No, I'm actually really negative. I need to stop. We're not going to get kicked out of the cup. We're going to find this new form of, you know, we're just. Oh, yeah, it needs to go in the bin. Thank you.
Open it.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Right. It's the true banter club of the Premier League. Thank you, Daniel. You haven't, Sofian's. I'm not reading any more Sofian's comments. I can't do it. Sofian, this is the last one I'm giving to you. You haven't won a Premier League in 16 years. I'm not saying we're a bigger club or more successful. I'm just stating facts. You support West Ham, bro. When did you last win a Premier League? Right, has it been 16 years? I'm old. Has it been 16 years? Is your maths correct? We're in 2020. Jesus Christ. Wow. Arteta should have already figured out that athleticism in the middle field matters. We outplayed Man United because El Neni and Party engine overwhelmed their midfield. Exactly. Even if they hadn't scored, we dominated. Arteta putting unnecessary pressure on the players. What pressure? What pressure is he putting on the players? And who are these twos and threes for? The last player I mentioned was Aubameyang, so I'm guessing that's very high, Freddie, and that's very high, Clincy. I'm giving him a 1 out of 10. A draw against Spurs next weekend is not accepted. Nothing less than a win. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching Arsenal's recent form recently. Nothing's been acceptable. Nothing has been acceptable. So I would take a draw at this point. Anything other than an embarrassment of a loss, I would take a flipping draw. But obviously, I want to win. I give Arteta the next 3 games. If he loses, then boy, he can get sacked. So yesterday, someone drew up the comparison of Pochettino, saying, that obviously he got sacked after 11 to 12 games in the Premier League after winning there, after getting to the Champions League final the season before, which I still feel like was unfair of Spurs, but clearly they know what they're doing because right now they're top of the whatever, man. We don't want to talk about them too much. But listen, Poch, got fired after 11 to 12 games after reaching a Champions League final, which is leagues ahead of a FA Cup final, which Arteta has won. But now we're 10 games into the league. Someone drew up the comparison that, the same thing could happen to Arteta that what happened to Poch. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, when you look at it that way, Poch did better than what Arteta did because Poch got to a Champions League final and he got sacked after. Because I think he had, 13 points or 11 points, something bad like how we're doing, something like 11 points after 12 games or something, and it was a sackable offence. So is it a sackable offence if we lose our next 2 games and end up lower than 14th if other teams win around us? Saka and Aubameyang both with sitters, which was very annoying. That's why I was scared when I heard Arteta was hired as Arsenal manager, when that time many experienced managers that won Champions League trophies were available. Yeah, so I thought at that time we was going to get Allegri. I thought we was going to get Ancelotti. I genuinely thought. So then when I heard that Arteta, because remember the rumor came up at first, and we were thinking, Arteta, that can't be right. How's he going to be manager? So when the rumor came up that Arteta is available to be a manager and Ancelotti, I thought Ancelotti was going to come to us and Arteta would have gone to Everton as that was his ex-club as well. And I thought that would have been the most realistic thing because we're a club that needs experience, and Everton, it's Everton, innit? Like, I can't even say it's Everton, innit, because they're doing very well. But I just thought that would have been the most feasible thing. But we got Arteta. He done well in his first few months, but now the pressure is on. The pressure is really on. Wow, Nippon gave Aubameyang a 0 out of 10. I'll be asking for Aubameyang on the bench at this rate. I mean, I did. 'Tis the season that keeps on giving. Scared of that North London derby coming up, ain't we all? Saka won't develop to his full potential if he keeps playing with mediocre players. I feel like Saka could genuinely be a top player. Like I've seen it in him, but everyone's form is dipping. I don't know if it's something happening, at the training ground, within the camp, within the players. I don't know why everyone's forms dip, but it happens November. It's the November curse, man. You can't sit on my lap right now, darling. You just can't. All right, fine. Sorry, guys. What was I going to say? I was saying Lackers couldn't finish a Happy Meal for McDonald's if he tried, and Aubameyang joined the chat. Just give me my striker back. Watching Pippa live on YouTube is a lot more better than watching Arsenal. Love watching you live. I love watching Charlene. Thank you so much, man. We love you too, Sam, man. Big you up. Don't forget to tune in to 2 Touch live stream tomorrow. Hopefully we can bring a smile to your face somehow. What's happened to Aubameyang? He looks poor since he signed a new deal. I don't know. Erdal's trending. Is he? Let's have a look, shall we? Why is he trending? No, he's not. Suarez is. Obviously, Raul Jimenez. Thank God for that. Comfortable following surgery after fractured skull. I thought so because it sounded so disgusting. Oh my gosh. Hope he recovers soon, man. That's a big loss for Wolves as well because they have such a small squad, and he's definitely one of their key players. Big up Fabio Silva for stepping in. He did a good job yesterday. Almost, he should have scored if I'm honest with you. Open goal in that pretty much. Leno was way over there, probably kicking himself that he didn't score that. But yeah. Where was I? Sorry. Bring back Ozil. Can you go sit over there, please?
No.
Okay. Any score predictions against Spurs, Chelsea, and City? Any score predictions, guys? Any of you got any score predictions? Let me know because I don't even want to say mine. Naomi's just saying bring back Ozil, bring back Ozil. If this guy, is not registered to play in January, then I'm gonna have everyone's gonna have serious questions for Arteta and the board now because you said it was footballing reasons. What footballing reasons allows no discredit to these players, whatever in it, but what footballing reasons allows Willock, Ceballos, Xhaka to play in this midfield before Ozil? Even Emil Smith-Rowe couldn't even get a look in. What type of footballing reasons could it be? I'm tired of having this conversation. We've said it too many times now. The players want Ozil back. Even if that's the reason why the players have dipped form, that's not a good enough reason because you've got fans that support this club and I can understand your frustrations of what's going on in your workplace. But at the same time, you need to consider your fans and not punish us for whatever's going on behind closed doors. Whatever's happening with this Ozil situation, if it's affected the players that are close to him, especially the captain who has an influence on the team, if it's affected them, please deal with it. And be professional and start playing properly because we've got fans that are relying on you to stop embarrassing us as a fan base. One for Oba, what happened to him after he stole the ball from the goalkeeper and he was just jogged? That one, it was at that moment I said, I'm done with this. I'm done with you for now. It was at that moment. You stole the ball of Rui Patricio, one-on-one. Instinctively, a striker should just aim for the goal and hope for the best. Instinctively, you've done the hardest part, Just take a shot. He dragged the ball to the left and waited and jogged with the ball and waited for something to happen. You're the striker. You're the centre forward. You got played through the middle today. You've done the hardest bit. You won the ball off the goalkeeper. Just smack it towards the goal. You know instinctively as a striker where the goal is. Just hit it. Just hit it. As much fan love Aubameyang, as much as fans love Aubameyang looks lazy to pressure the defender and challenge the ball. The truth is hard to take. Saliba is too young. Too young for what? How old is Saliba? Isn't he 18? How old is Saliba? Saliba is quality, but I think Arteta is trying to say that he's not going. I think Arteta is trying to say that it's not his signing, which is why he don't want to play him. That's a nonsense excuse. A lot of these players are not your signings. Was Aubameyang your signing? No. Was Lacazette your signing? No. You're still playing Aubameyang though. Saliba is being transitioned slower than usual because his mum passed away when he got here. So you can imagine a 19-year-old in a different country losing his mum during a big pandemic would be upsetting. I totally understand that, but at the same time, it's surely more frustrating being here. Remember, this is a job to these guys. So you're 19, this is your job. You're over here in a different country. Wouldn't you just want to work to maybe take your mind off things? I don't know. Everyone's different. But isn't it more upsetting and frustrating for the player to just be sat on the side, not even on the sidelines, just basically not part of the first team? You're playing under 23s games. You're trying to transition into the first team, and you're just not being involved. Isn't that more frustrating and upsetting for him? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that would frustrate me more because it's giving me more time to think, more time to be sad, more time to, question whether I should be at this club anymore. According to Mikel, Holding is better than Saliba. Willian is better than Pepe. Ozil is not good enough for football reasons. I'm starting to think Arteta is not playing Ozil because he's no, that's not a good. Don't say that. No, because El Neni's Muslim and there's other Muslim players in the squad. No. In my opinion, he's way too young for a centre back. He needs to go back out on loan. I'm sure there's other 19-year-old centre backs, no? But to be fair, that's a fair point. There's not many. But how old's Gabriel? I feel like I should know this information. Back in the day, I would know players' date of birth. I'll know their ages. Now I'm just worrying about if we can get a flipping 3 points. I ain't even worried about how old you are, what your mum's name is, or what town you grew up in. I used to know all that stuff. Now I don't care. I just want you to win. Let Arteta do his job. This is too noisy. Can you go sit over there, please? Go on. Go sit down. Let Arteta do his job. We had a manager for sorry. We had a manager for 20 plus years now, and all you want to change every time we lose. It's part of the game. We win some, we lose some. No, we lose some, we lose some. That's what it feels like. It feels like we just lose some and we lose some. Willian was the best player yesterday. That's when you know you were bad. Literally, DJC. I did the player ratings earlier, and I think Willian was one of the highest, along with Gabriel, and that says a lot. You know, Gabriel only got the highest because scored a goal. He's our defender. Imagine that. And Willian got the highest because of the assist. That says a lot when Willian is getting higher rated than Aubameyang, Saka, the whole of the midfield. The whole of the midfield got a 2 out of 10. And apparently the comment said I was too generous. Pippa, you got to stay strong. It hurts, but you got to hang in there. I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there. Naomi says we don't have a good squad. Aubameyang isn't a leader, probably. Maybe he doesn't want to be a leader. I don't remember how he was selected, because at the time, obviously, the whole Xhaka ordeal happened of him throwing the armband, and then we just needed to replace the captain. And obviously, the best bit at the time was the only good player. The only 2 good players at that time, when that whole Xhaka saga happened, was Leno and Aubameyang. Leno was saving us with literally saving goals. Well, majority of them anyway. And Aubameyang was saving us by scoring goals, and everyone else was just mediocre, right? So I'm guessing it was between. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'm guessing it was between. That threw me off. Leno and Aubameyang to be captain. I'm guessing Aubameyang got the most votes in the team or whatever reason. But that was because that to me, I felt like he was going to be an interim captain. I didn't know he was going to continue to be the captain. I ain't mad at it, but I'm mad at it now because you're not showing me captaincy things on the pitch. You're not pulling up players. You're not being vocal enough. You're not even giving me the body attitude of a captain. Tony Adams wouldn't be jogging after the ball like that and taking lazy shots, and Vieira wouldn't do that. Like, gosh, bruh. Oh wow, Aubameyang shouldn't be the captain. He's too nice. There was a moment where we had a free kick and we knew Luis will put the ball in the stands. So instead of telling him Luis to move, he lets him take it. Things like that. He should be like, listen, you step up and take it. But who else? I would have preferred Willian to take it. I don't know. I'd make Gabriel captain. There was even talks for David Luiz to be a captain because, he's a leader. I think he's a natural leader. Obviously, he's got Premier League experience with Chelsea, and I thought that would have been a good shout. But obviously, a lot of fans weren't happy with him as a player overall, so it didn't seem like the best bet. But, oh gosh, man, Aubameyang's body language is poor, let alone his captaincy skills. Vincentius Jr. recently talked about life after his mum died and lost all interest in football. Didn't see a point of scoring and just wanted to return home. Puts into perspective what Saliba is going through. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's always one side or the other. You're either gonna just I think it's a flip of a coin. You're either just gonna think, forget this, I don't even want to do football anymore, or on the other side, you're gonna think, I want to go harder, I want to be better, I want to do my mum proud. So forth. It's people are different, so it depends how he's taking it. The armband should be given to Kieran Tierney. Again, a new player. Is that fair on the likes of Bellerin, maybe? But then again, is Bellerin even going to be an Arsenal player for much longer? And here's my thing, yeah. Not as if Maitland-Niles is a complete game changer. But if you remember rightly, last transfer window, summer window, Maitland-Niles was linked with quite a few clubs. Wolves even. Who else was it? Fulham, I think. Crystal Palace. There was a couple of clubs that were interested in Maitland-Niles. Arteta did everything to make sure that he stayed, as far as we're aware. He wanted Maitland-Niles to stay. Why? You're not playing him. Why then? Why? You're not playing him. What was the reason that you wanted him to stay? What was that? What was that about? Aubameyang couldn't even captain Jake and the Netherlands Pirates. I can't even lie to you. I don't know who that is. Right? Maybe I'm too old. I don't know. If I was Maitland-Niles, I'd put in a transfer request. There's no sweets. Do you want this? All right, don't disturb me, please. Just give me 10 more minutes. You've been very patient for 59 minutes. Please. I've got enough stress supporting Arsenal. I don't need this. All right, come get cuddle. Will a cuddle do? Come get cuddle. All right, man. Sorry, guys. You can't be sitting in 14th and then say trust the process. It's a joke. Emery was 8th when you sacked him, and this brother is 14th. A year on from Emery, and we've only got worse. If Emery won Europa, it would be an identical situation. of winning the trophy than playing poorly. We've been so reliant on Saka. I mean, who else can we rely on the left side, really? All I'm going to say is that Poch is waiting. Invincible Man says it's not about the players we have, but what our managers are teaching the players during training. Freddie's just saying Allegri. Wow. All right. Maybe I've just antagonized you lot with my miserable behavior to get all these comments in, because the chat has turned. Was being a bit positive, but now everyone's just flipped on me and said I'll sack Arteta now and get Poch in for tomorrow morning. December is going to be a long month, including City in the Cup and having Tottenham, Southampton, Everton, and Chelsea all to play. You see just the thought of that might drive me into insanity. Anyway, here's the thing. Yeah, I even tweeted it last night. So yeah, at the end of December, if we don't get more than 3 points, that's me putting the standard very low. If we don't get at least 3 points from those games in January when the transfer window opens, I will also be putting in a transfer request. I will even do it live on YouTube. I'll put some teams in a bowl. Whichever team I pick out of the hat or the bowl is a team that I'm having a transfer to until the end of the season. Judge me all you want. Fans, players can transfer. It's 2020, there's no rules. Fans are transferring too, man. And obviously there's certain teams that are not going to be in that bowl. Don't even try and say what if you pull out this team, because I won't even put it in the bowl. What's this? Lacazette scores bangers against Spurs and Aubameyang too. They better not disappoint. It's true, man. So I'm saying that one that Lacazette scored last season was woof, but then we lost her. So we need a change, and that's the truth. It's not just the fact that we're losing; it's the fact that we're being outplayed by the likes of Leeds, Villa, and Wolves. That's what's hurt. That's what's bringing this storm amongst the fans right now, because it's the teams that we're performing against and how badly we're performing against them. How do we not know how to set up against these teams at this point? At this point, I know we're still early in his managerial career, but you should know. You've played these teams before. You watch football. You analyze football. You should know how to set up against these type of teams. These are not the teams that should be beating us like that, or pulling out 0-0 draws against. You guys will beat Burnley, surely. We can't be sure of anything these days, Nippon. We can't be sure of anything, man. Spurs were at their worst last season going into the game at the new stadium, and they beat you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why are you guys saying Liverpool? Wow, am I that behind on the comments? Whoa. Jeez. Let me just move on a bit. I'm super behind. Chelsea will absolutely destroy you. Yeah, thanks. I know these players are not enough, but look at Southampton, Everton, and even Leicester. They are not better players than Arsenal. Don't look at the games you can't win. Look at the games you can. You need wins from Spurs, Everton, and Burnley. Okay, no problem. We got it. You win those games and it starts to look better. I mean, definitely, if we do win them, which will be absolutely amazing, then we can start being positive again in life. Pippa, I went to make lunch and came back, and you're now reading my rating from long. I didn't realize, because I talk so much. Like, I'll read a comment, then I'll talk about it, and now I'm like 10 minutes behind the comments. So I'm up to date now. So if anyone's comments I missed from 10 minutes ago, I'm not going to read it now. I apologize. You can write it again though. Let me scroll up a bit, so not to be rude. Imagine having a midfield free of El Neni, Xhaka, and Ceballos versus Spurs. LOL. Well, then he's all right. With Pochettino in 2014, he came into a Tottenham team that was very rubbish and did a very good job in his 5 years at Tottenham, but maybe the players wanted to change at Tottenham. Oh, yeah, I asked about Pochettino a while ago. Damn. Let me see what you guys said about that. Jeez. Sorry, guys. First time viewer, thank you for viewing, Dalen. Hopefully you like the video and subscribe. Hopefully you guys are liking the video as well. I know we're too busy typing and talking and doing all that stuff, but hopefully don't forget to hit the like button. Saka looks class for England, but for Arsenal he looks a different player. I've missed the comments you made about Poch and what I said about the comparison of him getting sacked after 11-12 games. Sorry. So I'm just going to move on because it's giving me anxiety being that behind on comments. Why is nobody saying Oba held the club to ransom with his new contract like with Ozil? He doesn't even look interested anymore. No hunger or desire. Is he meant to be our captain? Well, yeah, he wears the armband, but he doesn't show me captaincy, as I said earlier on in the stream. I don't think he held the club to ransom. Here's my opinion, and it's not facts, by the way. My opinion is, you know, he he took long on the contract. He was debating and going through the negotiations and making sure he gets what he wants, because obviously that's what you want to do for any job that you're in. You want to make sure that the contract suits you and suits your employer, so it suits Arsenal as well, right? And I think Arsenal probably promised him something, that, you know, in this extended contract window, we will get the players that you want behind you. We will get, you know, the Awars or whoever it was. We will get this, and this will happen. And I'm under the impression that it didn't happen, and that contract wasn't honored. Yeah. And maybe he's just thinking, well, why should I try then? Why am I even playing if you haven't done what you said you're going to do? That's what I get from it. But I could be totally wrong. Maybe he's just tired. Maybe he just don't care. Maybe he's got the bag. He's secured. And yeah, that's it. Man said he's not playing him because of his religion. Mate, you're smoking. He's a dead baller and has been. He plays Fortnite. If you give Partey 60 mil, we'll give you Pogba. If you give us Partey plus 60 million, we'll give you... You're disrespecting us. That's disrespectful. Juma Hussein says, I feel Arteta is so unfair to William Saliba. Why did he call him back from loan and not include him in the 25-man squad? You're just wasting his time. I know he's still young, but you're actually wasting his time. Yes, thank you, Eric Ryan. Sorry for bringing up these names, because I was trying to think of young centre backs, but obviously these are not centre backs. So right back, you've named them right back. Eric Garcia, Reece James, Saka. He got nominated for Golden Boy. I'm meant to be here because I'm a Spurs fan. I'm not a biased person, so can I be here? You can be here as long as you don't gloat too much, because obviously you lot are doing well. Don't disrespect me. We good. Like the video, subscribe. We'll be fine. And also, I've got new memberships on the channel. I forgot to mention, because a lot of you asked where they disappeared to. So I have this membership in place where I'm on a live stream. I talk for normally an hour and a half, and you can join the live stream and we can talk together about the problems, or when it's back to good times, you can talk about the jubilations. But you can join as a member and I can get you on the live streams. So yeah, if you're up for that, just look at the description box and the link is there to join the membership. We need midfielders reforms badly. Willian is good at free kicks. Yeah, he is. December is a tough month. Did I read this? Do you think we can get points from this? Tottenham, Southampton, Everton, and then City in the cup, and then Chelsea, and birthday month for me, 24th of December. Oh, Jesse. Oh, poor you, man. Christmas Eve is a birthday. Christmas Day, you can enjoy yourself a bit if you celebrate Christmas. Boxing Day is always a shambles for Arsenal. Oh, Jesse, poor you. But you asked, do you think we can get points from this? Tottenham, instinctively, I would say no, but I'm praying that we turn up and maybe get 1 point, hopefully 3. But if I'm being realistic and optimistic, I would say 1, but I don't even believe that myself. Southampton, I'm hoping would win that game. Everton, I don't know. Jesse, I don't know. Pippa, I'm stressed, man. Pippa, can you comment on the club regarding succession planning? I don't understand how big clubs fall after a manager moves on. I don't know that stuff. I would love to get Mo on my channel one day to talk about that, because I feel like he's the guy that knows that stuff. So I might reach out to Mo to get him on. Pips, how are you feeling after that shower? I'm feeling done out here. Big up, Monique. Aubameyang is not worthy to be a captain. Wow. The fan. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you any attention. I'm sorry. I haven't got any sweets for you, but I've got biscuit. The stress is just everywhere in my life. The stress is everywhere. You could be. So Emerick says, I think Poch is too connected to Spurs to come to Arsenal. You say that, but a job's a job at the end of the day. Isn't he jobless right now? Martinelli had suffered from injury a few weeks, I guess, before he comes. Yeah, he's supposed to be due back in January. So keep the faith that that's actually January and we don't get a party surprise and be like, oh, actually, it's been extended. He's not back until February. Oh, yeah, I said I was going to transfer. Shem said he's transferring to Aston Villa. It's not a bad shout. I'm going to start a whole Aston Villa channel, rebrand. I don't know if I can support Aston Villa. It's a bit far, man. I went Villa Park recently and I had a nightmare on the way back on the M6. I was stuck in a roadblock for like 6 hours. Bad vibes, man. I'm not going to lie. As a rival fan, I always feel like Arsenal hit form most when there's absolutely no indication of it. I wouldn't be surprised if you were 2 points off top 4 in January. I mean, hallelujah. That would be amazing. And you're kind of right, because it's always like when you least expect it, all of a sudden they start picking up again. You're like, where was this again? It will get me mad though, because I'll be like, where was this against Villa? Where was this against Leeds? Where was this against Wolves? You know, but hopefully we do pick up form, and hopefully players come back sooner. 3-match ban, it's too much left for Pepe's ban, which seems like ages now, and hopefully he just comes back on fire when he returns, because he owes it to us. Bellerin is a complete mediocrity, worst right back to ever play in the Premier League. I mean, as of now, maybe, but not when he first. That's a bit harsh, because he's been there for a while, and not when he first started, I'd say. That being said, majority of the players are just average, except 2 or 3 maybe. Squad is not balanced. Sorry, that's why people are saying give time, give whatever manager it is time, because it's going to take a lot of work. You know, a lot of work. All right, I'm still reading comments slow. I'm sorry. Pippa, I told you Arsenal's going to lose against Wolves. There's no need to laugh. There's no need to be rude. I'm on my break in college, but I won't feature on the whole live stream today. Why? Oh, because you're on a break. Duh, sorry. Stay in school, guys. Do your work. Pippa, we got 2 points from Wolves and Leeds. No, we didn't. No, we lost yesterday, so that's no points. We got 1 point from Leeds. So where's the other one come from, Ryan? I thought I was bad at maths. No, I'm joking. Jupiter, Pippa, what is your thoughts about fans telling other fans you're not a real fan if you back the manager? That's all stupid, man. I hate... This is what annoys me about the Arsenal fan base. We're the only fan base, as far as I'm aware, that will fight each other when there's a dismay in the whole club. So obviously we're not doing well right now. And then there's going to be the positive people that will just try and stay positive and say, just back the manager, or just give it time, or da-da-da-da. And there's going to be other people saying, you're an idiot for saying that, you're this, you're that. And it's like, let people think what they want to think. Don't force your beliefs on other people. Like, I come online, I tweet, I post stuff, I'm on YouTube, and I try to stay impartial. I say my piece, but that doesn't mean that everyone that's watching me should think how I think. I'm not going to just be this person that influences you to say, you should think this. If I'm saying you should give Arteta time, or saying, no, if I'm saying, because I always say, I think Arteta should have a bit of time. If I'm saying that, I'm not saying you should do the same. If I say, I think Arteta should be out, I'm not saying you should do that too and jump on this bandwagon. These are my opinions. Everyone has their own, and that's why I like reading your comments, see what you have to say too. No one has to follow each other. Like, if you're Arteta out over there, you don't need to fight me about it. Because no matter what your opinion is, it's not going to change. People think that because of what happened with the Wenger saga and people being heavily opinionated on AFTV and having viral videos, that they're the only reason that Wenger left. No, there's not. They were not the reason that Wenger left. There's other things that goes on behind closed doors. There's other things in play here. Yes, they could have had an influence on the fan base to have this whole Wenger out thing or whatever. But they were not, in my opinion, the only reason why Wenger left. So I feel like now there's this whole culture of, if you get on this bandwagon and if you make enough noise, then we can get a manager sacked because it's happened before. That's not the reason why Wenger got sacked. You shouting and having banners, it don't do nothing. The club don't actually care about fans like that, you know. I mean, part of the club do. Okay, staff members might do, but the people up top, they just care about money. Yeah. So as long as you're still filling the seats, because you're telling, if we were in the stadium right now, you'll be telling me, Arteta out, but you'll still be there in your seat, in your brand new kits, all 10 of them, away kit, Europa away kit, training kit, home, away, third. You'll still be there buying the food, drinking the drinks. You'd still be there. So I don't get it. You can have your opinion, yeah, and you can think that you can do this whole big social media parade of get this manager out, but as long as you're still putting money in Arsenal's bank account, it doesn't matter what you say. The influencers are not going to get these players out, the managers out. So I'm sick of people saying, to answer your questions. See, I answer questions for too long, Jupiter. When they say that, oh, you're not a real fan, you need to be saying Arteta out. Bro, do what you need to do over there, okay? Just do what you need to do over there. Right. So now I'm definitely going to be behind on comments now. People, get them likes up. The stream never disappoints. Thank you, Clincy, man. I'm even on here longer than before. And as you can see, my son is home today, for anyone that doesn't know, new to the channel. And I've neglected him for an hour and he's getting very annoyed. So I'm going to jump off soon. But let me get through some comments. I'm going to be even more behind. If we don't get a new manager now, Pippa, they won't want to come, and neither will any player. If we don't make a change, we'll struggle to make one in the future. Bellerin used to be top when he was fast 4 to 5 years ago. Now that his pace has dropped, he actually isn't that beneficial. His speed is made his speed made for his lack of defensive abilities. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Boy, my siblings were right when they said Arsenal were not good since 2004. Who do your siblings support? Probably United or something, innit? Aubameyang and Thomas Partey used Arsenal for what? To pay their bills? To do what? What are they using for? Thank you, Slens Talks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Subscribe if you want to. It's free. You don't have to, but it's free to do so. Arsenal got Tottenham feeling like Basuma versus Monreal. Oh my gosh, I will never forget that moment. Was it the last game of the season where Basuma was literally laughing at Monreal? The little bomber. Oh, when will you Arsenal learn? I'm not even reading that. It's hurting my brain. It's hurting my brain. I would love to see Arsenal fans keep the same current energy when you hit form, because you will. Thank you. There's some realistic people in here pointing the fingers towards the right culprits. I'm a follow you and I never follow female accounts. Well, that's good. We should follow more of us because, you know, we're all right. Thank you, Ryan, though. Honestly, Pico, it's like watching you play on legendary FIFA at the moment. What do you mean? No, I have to go soon. Honestly, he's going. Smash the lights if you breathe oxygen. Oh, can you hear him? Can you hear him? All right, we're going soon. We're going soon. I'm going to read these last two comments and then we're out. Sorry, Rara. All fans of all teams fight each other. The issue is tribalistic. Everyone has their own agenda. It's about shoving one's opinions down another one's throat. Well, no one's shoving nothing down my throat, okay? Okay? Let me have my opinion. You have yours. And that's that. Your son is crying out for Arsenal. Realistically, signing Aubameyang was like resigning Mesut. It feels like that, innit? 1 for 1, 1 in, 1 out. My opinion is players have down tools since Ozil's been left out. Arteta is out of his depth. But yeah, how do I sign up for this channel? There's a link. What do you mean? Subscribe. If you hit subscribe, it's free. If you want to join one of the live streams one day, because I'm going to be streaming quite often now, and not when he's home because this has been a headache. So when he's at school, nursery. But if you want to join, there's a membership link there to join the live streams. If you want to, it's not by force. But thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go now because, yeah, it's getting. I could sit here and talk about this for hours, but I'm going to leave it for now. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. Thanks for doing the player ratings with me also. And he's spilling drink on the chair now. Yeah, I'm out. Thank you, guys. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. I don't know why I had this Partey image up here all this time, which is actually ridiculous. Sorry about that. And I will see you soon. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.